Yes, welcome. Very good.
Sorry. Yeah. So you welcome, Your Excellency, Honorable Cabinet Minister. So you welcome to Safaricom. Yeah. So you're in the home of technology. First, I want to congratulate you for the big progress in terms of digitization and going over the milestone of 5,000 transactions, or rather services to the citizens. I still remember in November on 30th, when you were sitting asking me a question just before the launch of Hustler Fund, and you asked me the question, Peter, how do you feel? I told you, I hope the system will work. So I hope that I can demonstrate we have the capacity, but also it's secure, that it will work. So we are ready to be the platform that fuels and supports the whole digitization. We say it's about driving digital transformation through connectivity, because people have to be connected to the internet, through Fintech, which is about payments and also credit, and also IoT and ICT, which is about solutions that allow digitization to work. So I'll start with the Fintech side, which is the M-Pesa side. So of course, Safaricom enables real-time payments for government, and that creates transparency, but also from the person who is paying, it is lower cost, they do not have to travel, and we fuel secure transactions on a daily basis. And you've heard from all the rest of the presenters that they rely on M-Pesa in terms of payment. And the fundamental basis of M-Pesa is actually payments. Then we go to credit, which is where Hustler Fund, Women Enterprise Fund, we are already in phase 2, and CS has spoken through the progress that we are making. We are pleased with what we are able to do, and we are looking forward to phase 3 and 4, Your Excellency. The third one is vouchering. We are powering the fertilizer project, which through the Ministry of Agriculture. So both the actual platform, but also the user journey, including the stock management, that is being powered by Safaricom, but also the actual payment. So it's not just the payment, but it's also the platform that allows farmers to claim the subsidy. And remember that they started with how we were using vouchers for refugees. Now we can use them for claiming fertilizer subsidy. We can go to inputs, and we already have 3.2 million bags of fertilizer, which has already been redeemed, worth 11 billion Kenya shillings by registered farmers. We have 489,000 farmers who have already claimed the subsidies. We are also working with other agencies of government, like HELP, the Higher Education Loan Board, so students can actually pay and manage their loans through this, including we are giving them a credit score so that they understand which students are doing the right thing. And the money is actually, we ensure that the money is used for what it is supposed to be used for. So if money is used for, it's supposed to be used for tuition, it goes to tuition. If the rest of the money is open, then the platform actually manages that. The second thing that we wanted to talk to you, Your Excellency, is connectivity. And our commitment is to ensure that everyone has access to the internet, whether it's through mobile and also through the fiber network. I know you have a big plan for the fiberization of the country. We already have 450,000 homes passed through our fiber network, but also our fiber infrastructure that supports our mobile network can be the backbone and also support the work that you are doing in terms of achieving the 100,000 kilometers. In terms of mobile, we are at 97% coverage on 2, 3, and 4G, and now we have launched 5G. We will have 800 sites at the end of this year in terms of 5G But the most important is to make sure that we don't leave anyone behind. So we work with the ICT ministry through the USF to ensure those areas that are not commercially viable, they are managed through that fund. Now, of course, once you have connectivity, you need devices. And I know this is one thing that we have spoken for a while. And I know you've been updated by the ICT CS. Yes, we will have local production. And I know that you have already been updated, so I won't go through that. But I'll also say we also have funding in terms of pay as you go. We call it Lipa Mdogo Mdogo, where a customer pays 500 shillings. Deposit and then 20 shillings off their M-Pesa every day, and they get a phone at the end of the period. And we don't charge a big interest. Our objective is to ensure that the customer has a phone, because if they do have a phone, then also our services are secured through that phone.
On that particular issue, Peter, first, let me say the following, that I very sincerely appreciate the partnership of Safaricom in all the areas you have mentioned. We did the Hustler Fund, and together with the other telcos, you led the way, and we appreciate that system. When I asked you that time, my worry was with a kind of avalanche, the system could have gone either way. But I'm happy that Safaricom has stabilized that system and it's working. On the e-voucher for our farmers, it is something that we have been discussing as government for years. I am very happy that this year, working with you and the other players, we delivered fertilizer to farmers on an e-platform. And all the other achievements we have made together. Two issues, Peter, and this is a discussion I have had with your Boniface, this man who has been to my office so many times and has been very useful. The smartphone. My good people there from ICT told me that August we will have the $40 smartphone. Is it 4G or 5G enabled?
It is it's 4G, smartphone, because that's the entry point for proper internet access.
Correct. So it will be, can I confirm again to you for the second time that in August we will have a rollout of those smartphones?
That is correct, Your Excellency.
I can hold you to account on that?
Yes, that is correct.
And on top of that, yes, you're making things even better. You're telling me that 5,400 Kenyans don't have to pay for it at once. Can they buy that phone Lipa Mdogo Mdogo style? They can?
They can. So they can have the option, yes, of buying through Lipa Mdogo Mdogo. They can buy it cash if they want,
yes,
but they can also have the option of going through the credit.
So this smartphone that will allow many Kenyans to access all these services can be available. They pay down 500 shillings, pay 20 shillings every day, and own the phone finally.
That is correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I think that is something we should congratulate you for. Proceed.
Oh, I proceed. Thank you, Your Excellency. And also, we also appreciate your support in helping us work with the various ministries, and we continue to partner with everyone, both at a national level, but also at a county level. I know Governor Sakaja is here. We are also working together to ensure that both the counties are actually enabled in the same way that the national government is enabled. So thank you.
Finally, Peter, you have 250,000 network around the country of, is it agents?
We actually have 295,000 M-Pesa agents.
M-Pesa agents across Kenya?
That is correct.
These 295,000 M-Pesa agents, can they also have the government app, these 5,000 government services? Can they be available at each of your agents' spots?
Yeah, in fact, that was the next point I was going to say, that we are happy to support the ministry and also your government in opening up the network, the agent network, to be able to serve Kenyans by having the ability for a person to go and visit, the agent. We'll work with the ministry to work through the process of doing that. So whether it is 295,000 or it's a smaller number, we can work through that so that we make sure that those agents are also trained to make sure they can deliver the services. But there are points of sale that can allow citizens who go there every day anyway for M-Pesa services to access government services. The second aspect is on our M-Pesa Super App. Now on the smartphone, we have 8 million customers who have already downloaded the M-Pesa Super App. So they don't have to use USSD. They can actually go to the M-Pesa Super App and access the e-Citizen. So we'll put the e-Citizen as a mini app on the M-Pesa Super App. You can see the Hustler Fund mini app is already there. Now we'll be able to put the e-Citizen as a mini app on the M-Pesa Super App. Just to give you an indication, about 7% of the revenue that M-Pesa comes from the app itself. It shows you just how important it is to actually give people smartphones, because they do more with their lives. And you can see they have many other services that they can access, including credit and other lifestyle services. And then the final thing that I want to speak to is on hosting. We host the e-Citizen platform in a secure cloud network that is owned by Safaricom, and that is very important. That's why M-Pesa is very stable and reliable. So we host the e-Citizens in a way that is secure. So as we digitize the ecosystem, it's important to emphasize security. And we have one of the best cyber security defense center at Safaricom. We have had a lot of banks and everyone stealing our people, because we do have very, very good skills on the cyber side. We also are now looking at IoT, which is Internet of Things, working with, say, utility companies or transport companies. This is how you connect devices so, for example, on non-revenue water, we are working with EDOAS, for example, as a test and as a pilot to make sure that they can get a solution that allows them to reduce the non-revenue water. We can work with the Port Authority and others in terms of, and even the KRA in tracking transport.
Good. Thank you very much, Peter. I think that's quite a good story. And I agree with you that cybersecurity is going to be the next big thing. As we transit government services onto the digital platform, we must be careful that it is secure. We appreciate what Safaricom is doing, but I've already instructed Waziri here to work with his team to make sure that we have a backup of all the services of government at the DOD, and we have another backup at a secure place, which I have told you where. You're going to have several backup facilities, and that because of the sensitivity of this platform, now that the whole of government is moving into that platform, security becomes front and center. And I have told Waziri here to consult with his colleague Owalo so that we can consolidate the whole of the e-Citizen platform at the Ministry of Interior, so that we are also seized of the security requirements that are necessary to secure the delivery of government service on a platform that cannot be accessed by people who don't have to.
That's great, Your Excellency, and we'll continue to work with the team. The final one is the communication itself. So we've worked with PHB Talk and the rest of the team in terms of coming up with the comms. And you've talked about the channels that we can enable, including the communication. We are experts in driving brand. You know what we did with Hustler Fund. We can also support on this, and very, very happy to be involved.
Thank you,
Asante sana, Your Excellency.